Much. How are you?
Congratulations.
For what? Sitting up here? Congrats to you.
Oh, I was waiting for that, so I wanted to throw that out first.
I couldn't ask for much better a game than that.
Kara would have said congratulations. Jackson would have said congratulations, but it's all about you. Go ahead.
They're muted, so I said congratulations before they did. Fact.
Pretty big win.
Sure was. It's fun. All right. Who you want to get the first question tonight?
I'm Neil, my bud.
You want me to leave him in the waiting room?
Yeah, Scott said no, so
Yeah. Here comes everybody. All right, welcome in, everyone. If you have a question, go ahead and raise your hand. We'll get things started here. Go ahead, Chase.
Scott, you guys are on to the playoffs now. Just what's your reaction to advancing out of the play-in tournament?
I'm excited. I'm excited about the group. I knew that we would bounce back. I'm glad they did it in the way that we did on both ends of the floor. But what we've been through, I mean, I've said it, documented it, talked about it enough. But it still feels great to anytime you could stick together through some tough times and keep fighting for one another. That's what sport is all about, and that's what teams are all about. And we got a good group of guys. That's why I love coaching this team, because they're always challenging each other and pushing each other, and they deserve a lot of the credit, if not all of the credit, by doing that, because it hasn't been easy for a lot of reasons. But the easy part of it was coaching this group, and that's what makes my job enjoyable.
And Scott, Daniel Gafford, 15 points, 5 blocks in the first half. I mean, this guy's 22. He's never been in the postseason before. How do you describe that performance?
Special. His athleticism. Give him credit, man. He's coachable. He wants to get better. He has an enthusiasm for the game. Smart kid. Smart. Quiet, but you can get some stuff out of him. He comes up with some good basketball stuff, so I like that about him. Still learning his game. I'm still learning him as a person. But from what I've seen the last couple of months, that's a big time pickup for Tommy in our group. But our guards love playing with them. But I thought, someone told me that Alex never been in the playoffs either. So that's great. Because I thought, I don't even know how many points and rebounds he ended up having, 4 and 7. But I thought his minutes were critical and like huge for our success tonight, because he was guarding a guy that's kind of had his way against us, and he made him earn every bucket, and he got him some foul trouble. And so I thought Alex did good. And then Rolo comes in, the 3 centers. I mean, look what they did. They all chipped in. They all contributed. And they don't get a lot of credit. They deserve a lot of credit because they get our guards open, and our guards appreciate all 3 of them.
Okay. Ava?
Scott, you guys talked a lot about how Russ didn't get to celebrate his record-setting run in front of crowds, but the moment in the third quarter where he got everybody kind of on their feet, did it feel like postseason basketball? Did it feel like in that moment, like, oh yeah, this is the playoff game?
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I was even thinking to myself when all that was taking place, it was such a cool moment. I've had such a lot of great moments with that young man, and I love the guy to death, and love how he competes. But I was thinking of that, man. That had to be the loudest 5,000 fans in an arena that I've ever heard, because there's a lot of, there's 15,000 seats are empty, but it was loud, and they were so enthusiastical throughout the game, and to see Russell doing all those things, and they appreciate it. And what Brad had a moment of this game. It's really an interesting game because about 8 or 9 of our guys had like really big time 6 or 7 minute spurts and won the game, and that's what a team is about. But Russell and Brad, it was, it's great having fans. I'm not complaining because we only have 5. It would be great if we can have more, but those fans got their money's worth, and I'm sure they appreciate the work that this team has done and put in, and hopefully we made them proud during this run. Now we got a chance to, play against one of the best teams in basketball, and we're excited about it. We know what we can do and what we're about. We're a much better team than we were in the first month of the season. We know that.
Fred.
Scott, Rui really fought through foul trouble the other night and just couldn't make as much of an impact because he just couldn't play that many minutes. How did you see that he kind of handled the last 48 hours after that game, and what did you make of the way he bounced back tonight?
I like the fact that we all had an edge to us, and you can ask some of our coaches in our Zoom 2-hour meeting today. I had an edge to myself, and I wanted our staff to have an edge. We were disappointed that we played the way we played in Boston, not taking away anything in Boston. We had a lot of things that, the foul trouble, whatever, it didn't matter. We still didn't play well. And everybody took charge of, ownership of that, and they wanted to come back better. And what's crazy is Russell didn't have a good game, and I've had so many text messages, man, what's wrong with Russell? I said, what's wrong with him? He's had 2 months of being like MVP numbers. He had a bad game. That's what's wrong. He's not superhuman. But Rui comes back the same way. He came back with an edge. He always has this serious approach, but you can just see that he wanted to play much better than the previous outing.
And you guys now have a series to prepare for against Philadelphia. I know obviously you haven't started the actual preparation for that, but how do you view that matchup upcoming, especially against Embiid with the way he's played this year?
He's one of the best bigs, and he's one of the best bigs in a long time. But hey, like I tell our guys, there's no reason to fear anybody you play against. You respect them, and you compete against them. They put their socks on one sock at a time on. It's like us, unless they do something different, put them both on at the same time. But I don't think so. That's some tricky stuff there. But I think what we're about, we want to play the way we've been playing. We've been really improving this last 2 months, and we know we're up. It's a big challenge. They're a good team. They got a best record in the East for a reason. But the game is about 48 minutes on the clock. It's not about the noise that teams or people will say about the game. I love the fact that everybody talks about playoff basketball because it's fun, it's exciting. This is what you play for. And we got players that never been in the playoffs, and it's a great opportunity for them. And then we got players that played big moments and big minutes in playoffs. So we know they're a good team, but we're a good team just as much as they are a good team.
Yeah.
Scott, I know we've talked about Russ a lot the last 6 weeks, but you know him probably better than any of us. What are the nonverbal cues he gives you when you know he's ready, when you know he's going to have a big game?
Well, I've been around him so much now. I think I'm the only person that can talk to him on game days. And I got a new pair of Nikes tonight, and they have one side has a tag on it. I guess you're supposed to keep it on. I was about to cut it off. So I talked to my fashion consultant before the game. I said, Russ, I need your help here. And he looks at me, what do you need, coach? I said, I got a new pair of Nikes. Do I cut this little tag off? He said, no, you don't cut the tag off. That's what it's there for. I said, I don't have one on the right side. He says, no, it's only one. Just leave it alone. They look good. Are they comfortable? And I said, yeah, okay. So I knew I did that because I know I can talk to him, but Russell has an edge to him, guys. And I think the world should appreciate that. And because you're not going to see an athlete like this many generations that want to win every possession, that wants to play every night. And he gives you everything. He gives you everything. He's just he's a hooper. And sometimes he's an angry hooper, but he's a hooper that just plays the right way and plays hard. But I knew he wanted to come back better.
Yeah.
You know, I knew he wanted to come back better, and I knew he was going to lead us to a better outing because we didn't like it, what we did. I mean, like I said, give Boston credit. They played